Okay, real talk. When I say the word marriage, what picture pops into your head? Be honest. Is it your grandparents sitting in separate recliners? Is it a $50,000 wedding on Instagram with a hashtag like happily ever after? Or is it that slightly awkward conversation you had last week about who is going to do the dishes? If you picked number 3, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Unscripted. I'm your host, Alex. Today we are ripping up the old rulebook on marriage, because let's face it, the till death do us part model our parents had is buckling under the weight of dual careers, TikTok therapists, and the simple fact that we now live to be 80, not 50. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to talk about why happiness might be a trap, why your phone is the third person in your marriage, and how to build a partnership that actually works for modern life. Grab your headphones, let's go. The death of the default marriage. Let's start with a hard truth. For most of human history, marriage wasn't really about love. It was a logistical contract. You needed someone to farm the land, raise the kids, and pay the taxes. It was practical. Fast forward to 2024, we don't need a spouse to survive anymore. We have DoorDash for food and OnlyFans for, well, you get the idea. So if we don't need marriage to survive, why are we still doing it? The answer is choice, and choice is both beautiful and terrifying. I've been reading a lot of Eli Finkel's work. He's a social psychologist. He argues that modern marriage has moved from what he calls feudal to companionate to now self-expressive. That's a mouthful, but here is the gist. We used to marry for survival. Then we married for love and companionship. Now, we expect our spouse to help us become the best version of ourselves. Think about that pressure. We want our partner to be a great parent, a financial partner, a best friend, a therapist, a co-CEO of the household, and still give us butterflies on date night. That is an impossible job description. And when your spouse fails at being your everything, we call it a bad marriage. But maybe, Alex, maybe it's just a human marriage. So, question for you listening. Have you ever been annoyed at your partner for not reading your mind? Raise your hand if you've said, if they loved me, they'd just know. I'm guilty. Modern marriage requires a radical shift from mind reading to clear communication. And that brings us to our next pain point, the invisible labor. The chore wars and mental load. Let's talk about the mental load. There's a famous French comic by Emma that went viral years ago. It shows a mom drowning because she has to remember the pediatrician appointment, the milk that's running out, and the gift for the birthday party. Her husband? He helps when asked, but he doesn't manage. Even in 2024, in dual-income households, studies show women still do the majority of the cognitive labor. But here's the modern twist. Men are feeling it too now. With remote work and the gig economy, the lines are blurred. I talked to a friend last week. Let's call him Mark. Mark works from home. His wife is a surgeon. Mark handles the school run and the groceries. He said, Alex, I did the laundry, the dishes, and the budget, and I still felt like a failure because I forgot to defrost the chicken. The modern marriage isn't a 50-50 split. That's a myth. It's 100-100. But the tasks change daily. The secret weapon of 2024 couples? The digital shared calendar. I'm serious. The most romantic thing you can do isn't buying roses. It's putting oil change on the Google Calendar and actually showing up. If you want to save your marriage, stop arguing about the dishes and start negotiating the responsibility for the dishes. Who hates doing them? Outsource that. Who loves folding laundry? Great. Lean into the asymmetry. Modern marriage isn't equal. It's equitable. There's a difference. Mid-roll break. Sponsor. Engagement. We're going to take a 60-second breather to talk about something that helps my modern marriage run smoothly. Ad-lib. Insert a fake sponsor like Audible or BetterHelp, or skip to the transition. And we're back. Before the break, we were talking about chores, but there's an elephant in the room, a glowing, buzzing elephant, the smartphone. Intimacy in the age of distraction. I want to run an experiment for you. Tonight, when you go to bed, check how far your phone is from your pillow. Is it closer than your partner's hand? Technology is the silent third wheel.
We are never been more connected to the world, yet more absent from our living rooms. There's a concept called phubbing, phone snubbing. It's when you scroll Instagram while your partner is telling you about their stressful day. The message you send isn't "I'm busy." The message is "the algorithm is more interesting than your feelings." Ouch. But it's not just about distraction, it's about comparison. Social media sells a highlight reel. You see the vacation photos, the "my husband is my rock" captions, the perfect posed kisses. You look over at your partner who just burped the alphabet and you feel disappointed.
That disappointment isn't real. It's a phantom. Here's the fix. And it sounds simple, but it's hard. Boredom is good. In a modern marriage, we are terrified of boredom. We think silence means broken. But psychiatrist Esther Perel says desire needs distance. You cannot miss someone who is never gone. So, modern rule number 3. Schedule disconnection. Put the phones in a basket at 7 p.m. Look at your partner's face. Not their jawline, their face. Ask, what was the best 5 minutes of your day? It's corny. Do it anyway. Redefining commitment. Open marriage and therapy. Let's get spicy for a second. The word commitment used to mean sexual exclusivity, full stop. Today, it's more complicated. I'm not here to advocate for polyamory, but I want to acknowledge the reality. We are living longer. Monogamy for 50 years is hard. Harder than any generation before us had to deal with because they died sooner. A recent study showed that 1 in 5 couples have some form of non-monogamous agreement, whether that's a hall pass for a celebrity or a fully open marriage. But here is my take, Alex. It's not about the rules, it's about the agreement. The biggest threat to modern marriage isn't infidelity, it's contempt. It's the slow erosion of respect. And this is where I want to normalize something. Couples therapy. It used to be a sign of failure. Now it's a sign of intelligence. You change the oil in your car to prevent the engine blowing up. Why wouldn't you get a tune-up for your relationship? If you're listening right now and you're in a rut, not a crisis, just a rut, send this episode to your partner. Say, let's just talk for 20 minutes on Sunday morning without our phones. That is the new marriage. It's deliberate, it's intentional, it's not a fairy tale. The closing argument and takeaways. So, where does that leave us? I think the modern-day marriage is the ultimate extreme sport. You are trying to grow as an individual while growing as a pair. You are trying to manage a household while keeping the mystery alive. But here is the good news. Because we choose this now, because it's not just a contract, it means more. When you look at your spouse after a terrible day and they hand you a glass of wine without asking, that isn't logistics, that is grace. My 3 takeaways for today. 1. Ditch the 50-50. Go for 100-100 and just be generous. 2. Put the phone away. Boredom is the gateway to intimacy. 3. Lower your expectations for mind reading and raise your budget for therapy. You don't need a perfect marriage, you need a real one. One where you can say, I'm struggling, and they say, me too, let's order pizza. Thank you for listening to Unscripted with Alex. If this hit home, share it with one person you're building a life with or want to. I'll see you next week. Call to action. Alex. Unscripted is a production of Genius Studios NG. This episode was written and hosted by me, Alex. If you enjoyed this, please take 5 seconds to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It genuinely helps people find the show. And remember, the wedding is a day, the marriage is every other day. Take care of each other out there.